I just poked around because I was like, I heard this DLC is only 3.5 hours long from multiple sources, and I'm like 3 hours in. Am I almost done? I am not almost done. I'm like less than half of the way there. Oh my god. I don't feel like I'm wasting much time. I feel like I'm playing pretty normally, so I just don't understand how people play video games, I guess. Like, almost every single game, people beat like twice as fast as I do, and I'm like, I'm just going along, even clip, doing some inventory management, grabbing some weapons, shooting things. I've skipped multiple encounters. Like, what am I don't know. I have to like watch other people play video games, try to unpack like how they do it. What is their approach that's so different from mine, apparently?
Okay, Luis, that's 2.
Last one should be in a room accessible from the castle wall. You bring them all to the top of the wall, and I'll have your amber. Oh, and here's some more info I've recovered about that old rock. Sending it now.
What happens to Louis in this game? Like, well, I mean, I know what happens to him. I'm saying, like, where it intersects with Ada's story. I'm wondering how it goes. Because, like, in Resident Evil 4, Louis tries to meet Leon in the second floor of that room where I think he has to, like, snipe down and to protect Ashley or something. Or some, I don't know, second floor of some big room in the main castle. And then he just gets tentacle murdered out of nowhere. And you're like, oh shit, there goes Louis. And then he's alive for like less than half the game, I think. It'd be interesting to see how it intersects here and like what stops him from doing what he's trying to do and so on. The Amber, Research Report 1. Our experiments are still ongoing, but I can already see that this test subject has great potential. To summarize our findings so far, even in a state of suspended animation, it holds influence over other parasites. It seems to possess the same organ as the dominant species and likely has the same level of control. We still have no method to awaken it. Furthermore, after a deadly accident, we have decided to take extra precautions to seal the Amber in a protective case. That is also why I plan to move the Amber research lab to the new comms facility. I guess this is where I say, adios, Don Quixote. It was Luis who discovered these things, but Sadler does not trust them. I just hope he keeps his mouth shut. Annabelle Garcia Escudero, head researcher. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So we're by the fountain, which means that there's fish here. Whoop. Fishy, fishy! Fishy, fishy! If you thought Ada was hot before, wait till she just unhinges her jaw and swallows a large bass all in one go. Like the alien lady from, Men in Black. This looks like it's a dead end that has an item in it. It'd be kind of interesting to see if she just totally sticks to like the external only parts of this castle with her grappling hook and everything. Not necessarily having a reason to go deeper inside. So that was the item. Can't go past this debris. This detritus. There really is just scattered junk everywhere to stop you from doing it. Alright. I was like conceptually aware of the idea that this DLC was coming and that it existed in the original game. But I actually had no idea it came out and did not have its release date on my calendar or anything. I did not plan for this.
Couldn't just let me through, could you?
Oops, I meant to run. What? Hi. Ah. Did he die? I think he died. It looks like he died. Okay.
Glad that's over.
It feels unfortunate that they made run the grappling hook button because I constantly grappling hook on accident now. Ah, shit. Oh. They really need to map mashing to the mouse. Mashing F is so much. Mashing F with your left index finger is so much harder than mashing like X with your right thumb on a controller. Like that's a just in general, your index fingers are just your fingers are much worse at mashing than your thumb is at like keeping up that speed. You like make yourself physically uncomfortable to try to break these grips in time. It just kind of sucks. Anyway, I didn't even mean to jump over that wall. I literally just was trying to shoot that emblem I saw in the cutscene, but the shift made me do the other thing.
Couldn't just let me through, could you?
There it is.
Voice.
So it's time to look out for these, looks like. Oh. I see what has happened. Okay, so I guess if I don't immediately find him and take him out, he awakens all of these guys. Ow. And I guess I'm currently reacting to it because I'm also infected, so it's trying to make me turn. Alright, and there's the stone.
Finally. Glad that's over.
Okay, no, he didn't change everyone. Maybe it's just the people that I could see, because they were like kind of loaded in more. Ow. Whoa! Took some damage. There's one. Buddy? Knives just don't do what you'd hope for them to do. Still alive? Stop. Stop.
Lights out.
It's like an overwhelming number of grapple points. To the point where, like, considering them all would make it a little hard to navigate. Let's see. You cannot trust your reticle until it narrows. Like, almost brutally so. Ah, the original one I saw. The one that I was trying to shoot at the beginning. It's hiding, like, at the back of the hallway. It does feel like it's a very short version of the maze experience. Might not even get attacked by dogs. Could you imagine? Nope, the one I shot first was the one I saw at the cutscene. Oh my god.
That should do it.
Because that one's at a weird angle, I wouldn't have seen it before. It's weird, all the pens are still locked. But they also don't have dogs in them. It's hard to be sure whether or not Leon's been here yet, but none of the levers are in place. Here we go. I was trying to parse where my goal was. There it is. Okay, so that's where the emblem goes. I think this is where I meet Leon. They've had to do some very goofy amounts of putting crates everywhere that mysteriously move later.
The last ingredient's not far now.
I wonder if there'd be a reward for having taken the bottle with me. I'm probably just supposed to sell it. It's probably even in the store. I mean, that's how you know, is that if it's listed in the store, you can sell it. But I probably didn't look for it, because you kind of, by nature, filter out the information that you don't think is relevant, because you're looking for specific stuff when you're looking at a big, long list of items. Uh-oh.
That sound. That's right. I still have some unfinished business to take care of.
Is it time to get blued? I've got another one of these. That's good. Should I burn through my powder supply? I don't have that much powder. And the resource L's take up a lot of... I actually can barely craft this anyway. Okay. Yep, doesn't last regardless. I was briefly thinking maybe I've been crafting the wrong stuff. Whoop.
So, what's become of the amber?
Sorry, nothing yet. But my little helper is creating quite the commotion. Everything will work out just fine.
As long as you can keep your dog under control.
He's a good boy. Predictable.
Fine. Keep your mutt. But don't come crying to me if you get bit.
Leon, changed your mind yet?
Yeah?
Assuming you haven't, I've got a tip for you. Seems like something big is about to go down in the throne room. Babysitting's tough, huh?
She's so helpful, selectively. We didn't have our encounter by the maze? Wait, did that happen in this game or only in the original game? In the room by the maze. I don't remember. It came from that way. This is a way forward. We can sidle along there. There's probably some stuff in this building. Yep. I remember using that place for cover during the whole siege combat level. So that's already happened? That felt pretty late. I don't know, my sense of pacing's all gone. Of how the my memory of how the original campaign was structured is a mess. It itself being a series of surprises compared to the original game. That I also had to like somewhat spottily remember because I haven't committed to memory the way that some people have when they play it a billion times. Just 100 entire billion times. Hi. That was just for you. Shotgun's not really blowing my mind. This is exactly the kind of crate that normally is a openable, and even in these games, that's what the crates that have stuff in them look like normally. Oh my god. Wow! Missed every shot. Okay, well, time to use this. Pump up that cap a bit. Okay. Okay. Awkward moment for me. I find it very hard to react in time for evade and counter. I very much have to be like choosing to take the hit, and that, by which I mean choosing to avoid the hit in that I'm taking it. If I don't fully brace myself for the moment, I'm almost never actually able to react. It's just kind of rough. This switches the doors, but if I'm not Leon, I'm not sure if it's actually helpful. Not completely sure if I want to be upstairs or downstairs right now. Oops, no, I was running. Okay, it does not require a key. Alright, good tangent. This worked out for me. What's over there? I think it's because that debris isn't on the map, I guess.
I should check below.
She just shouts that out. I mean, I was gonna go find this on my own based on the map, but I guess you could just announce its presence in the narration. Oh, that's because that's where you have to go, isn't it? Yep. Let's check everything else first real quick. You know, that was a little awkward. I will now announce where I know the objective is. Moment. Oop. So we're dealing with environments that were designed to be played somewhat naturally, but as a different character in a different context. Now that the environments are being reused, some of these moments are like, hey, over here, please. It's over here. Don't get lost, please. I hate doors.
This must be the collection room.
Isidro's note. April. 9 years since my awakening. I have received a written petition from Mendez. He wants me to forgive the servant who foolishly ran away. He does not understand. It is not a matter of forgiveness or unforgiveness. Only my noble pursuit matters, for which countless sacrifices are required. An honor for all who dwell in the land of our master. Besides, it would be impossible to remove it from his body now. She implants her prey with a part of herself, manipulating their consciousness and trapping them in a waking nightmare. They are bent to her will, no matter how far they try to flee. The only way to truly escape the torment is to kill her, so the entity within her prey dies too. It is, after all, made up of specialized cells which cannot survive on their own. Yet none are strong enough to put my hound, my Pisanta, down.
Good to know.
You gotta kill the lead vampire, or else. Preparato's note. The collection master is a tacky and lousy boss. He leaves all the dissections for me to do. Even if he does bother to come here, all he does is gawp at his 3 favorite specimens in a particular order before leaving. There's nothing special about them anyway. Why look at only those 3 specimens when we have that prized butterfly to admire? A good researcher would know such things. It's the combo. But he apparently... So he has a combination based on those 3 things, but then he has to check them? He has to go check his 3 favorite specimens over and over again, manually. This is goofy as shit. That's a specimen. It's got hands on it. Right, let's see. So it goes along here. Checks out this. Is that an 8? Is the beetle supposed to be shaped like an 8? These footprints go across here. To here. A 5, I guess, because it's the horn shape, Roman numerals. $851? I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm getting out of this one.
Blue butterfly.
Oh, never mind. I get it. Right, it's not a snake. Oop. Oh, it's the wrong beetle. Gotcha. Got it. I was expecting a number combination. Whoops. What happens when you don't check what the lock looks like?
Got everything you need.
Good. And I got exactly what you want. Oh, that's not good. The parasite is reacting to the amber.
So that's the amber. That looks like something Wesker would want.
You just said his name out loud. You should have done that. Well, he works fast.
This will knock out the parasite. But only for a time. You ready? A tu salud. Just remember, it's not a cure. We still need to find a way to get that thing out of you.
It's coming.
I don't understand. It should be working by now.
Take the amber and go. Once the parasite is sedated, you can give me back that damn stone.
I can't leave you here. Not like this.
Spare me. I'll be fine. You got another promise to keep.
All right, but you come find me as soon as you're done here.
Well, now we're doing this. Okay. One death. Oh, that's I pressed the wrong button. My bad. There we go. Alright, well, he's persistent. Alright, is it time for another one of these fights? I'll be fine. Some fast acting and acting. Oh.
Louis has the amber. I need to reach him.
He just was very bad at pursuing me. Surprisingly. Alright. It doesn't say there's an aid behind me, but let's check for like a box. Like a box! Nope. Shout out to that subsection of the audience that's just really horny about Resident Evil 4's bug monsters. Just so damn bad for them. Do-do-do. Aside from the part where there are men that appear to be 8 feet tall, I don't really get it, but, you know, go for it, buddy. Literally nothing could go wrong, except for every element of who they are and what they do.
Louise's footprints. Must have gone this way.
Gonna go through this whole puzzle.
Won't budge.
I won't budge. How do I budge you? Weird thing hanging. Loot. What the heck? I don't see a hole in the ceiling. Ah. Okay, I get it. Found it. Listen, the floor is sneaky. This is where the escape happened. Tracks went that away. Bizarrely, that's not a grappling point. I think it's because they want me to do this whole under area I just discovered. And I was planning on going anywhere anyway just to look for loot and stuff, but that's clearly a grapple hook spot up there. He went through there, but I can't go through there. Chronicles of Pursuit. Torn. December. 8 years since my awakening. I am at a loss in my endeavors to combine man with insect. Their fusion is not coming to fruition, and my patience wears thin. The housekeeper has long suffered, and I confess my hair stands on end when I hear her screams of anguish. Will I ever achieve perfection? I have two choices. The first is to continue with my current method, to change nothing, but instead widen my search for compatible insect components. The second is more callous, more immoral, yet adding yet another completely different organism. If done poorly, the latter choice will likely lead to failure, but I fear I shall not break this deadlock if I do not adjust my current methods. The housekeeper will break if things continue on as they are now. I must decide what to do now. His humble servant, Isidro Oyart Talavera. Looking for a switch. Oh, we're in here now. And now I can flip you and then go back, and that other door should now be open. Except now this one is closed. Okay. I've made a horrible mistake. Let's see how this goes. They're saying that line they kept saying in the first game, where I was like, where I couldn't figure out what they were saying because it sounds like they're just saying go Hitler" over and over again. And I'm like, what? Why would they be saying that? I'm sure it's not what they're saying, but I can't hear anything else. Woo! Yay, I got to use the lamp. I specifically remember being frustrated that there's an obvious lamp in this room, and I just like missed my chance to activate it correctly. That was so frustrating. Like, no, it was right there. I just wanted... No! Went through the whole fight without activating it.
Down we go.
We escaping the puzzle room? Look, that's a big arrow. Did he draw that? Yeah, he spray paint. He left the marking. Lewis's note. Ada, I hope you're reading this. I'm going to the mine tunnels to try to regroup with Leon. I overheard Ramon in the castle intercom saying that Leon's headed that way, and right into trouble. You can go there through the waterway. It's dangerous, but I'll leave some signs to point you in the right direction.
He really knows his way around this place.
Oh no, Louis! Lewis is gonna die. He's gonna die with Leon, and then I'm gonna get the amber off of his body, probably. Or I still won't have the amber. I need to keep going to get. Well, that looks like a mess. Guess we're not going that way. Did he have to walk this whole way? Well, he made it. I dig Ada's reinterpretation of the costume, where it's this red sweater. I know it's a goofy franchise to begin with, but it does get increasingly hard to take the dress seriously the more she goes through. And with this, she's immediately recognizable as being the same character. And she also still gets to be just inescapably hot regardless, so it's not like they stopped doing that.
A nest. Hope it's not a sign of things to come.
They've generally done a pretty good job at updating the appearances of basically all the characters. Although Chris at the end of Resident Evil 7 looked very strange. I would not have guessed that was Chris. Granted, Chris is pretty generic looking. These walls don't pass the bookshelf test. Just the same one twice.
It won't open.
Nope, it's just one of those things. I thought it might be a lock. Let's get there through the water to get to the key. I can't get in the water from here. It won't let me. Ooh. Arrows for the... Oh, I'm not currently wielding. I win.
Lights out.
You look lost. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Yellow! Okay, the yellow health upgrades are not secrets in this campaign. I feel like they were like semi-secretive and felt missable on some level at some point. But in this game, they're 100% definitely just on the critical path. They're just keeping a very firm control over how much health you have overall. And they're also stronger, so you're just gonna get your health is going up pretty quickly as you go. Got a bonus. It's quite the difference not being able to upgrade Ashley's health anymore. Because even in Leon's campaign, it was just like, oh, very straightforward usage of these guys. People lost their shit a little bit when I started upgrading Ashley's health in the main game, but I hadn't played it before, and it feels logical that you'd want to upgrade the health of the person you're constantly having to escort quest, because if she dies, you get fucked over. It was just obvious to me that I would upgrade Ashley's health. But little did I know that the game that is very specifically famous for being a campaign-long escort mission isn't really. You actually don't have to splish splash. You actually don't have to protect Ashley for nearly as much of the playthrough as the reputation you would think from the reputation as an outsider. So she just won't go in. But there's stuff right there. Look how easy this path is. Something's gonna happen to us because you don't want to go this way. Novistadors, or whatever they're called. When they're flying, they die so quickly. But yeah, such long chunks of the game happen without Ashley. And then ultimately she gets kidnapped anyway, so all of your effort to have her not be kidnapped feels kind of wasted. But I guess maybe you delayed the conversion by protecting her for a while. Lord of the Waterway. Did you get sight of that giant shadow moving through the water? Looks like Gregorio's waterway has a lord reigning over its murky channels. Find out what it is and catch it for me, will you? 8 spinels. I hear creaking, but I don't see creaking. Where is it? Is it down there? I can hear it. I'm hoping to spot the big shadow.
Done and dusted, eh? Good stuff, mate.
She won't go down here either. Where are the ladders for? I never came here as Leon, did I? Salazar family chronology, waterway. For many years, the existence of the waterway beneath the castle was forgotten. According to our records, it was built by third general Count Gregorio the architect, or third generation. We had the struggle before. The reason for its construction is unclear, but it may have been done to contain the deadly insects that plagued his predecessor, Count Hippolito. Water is, after all, a symbol of purity for the Salazar family. Gregorio's waterway was rediscovered during the excavation of an underground tunnel under the orders of 8th generation Count Ramon. The elaborate, beautiful architecture is just one example of Gregorio's iconic work. He redirected the river to flow underground, creating both a waterworks and sewage system. It can even be used as a water storage facility during times of drought. The construction can only be described as a magnificent feat of architecture for the time, but its beauty is wasted on our ruling simpleton. The only interest he showed in the place was using it as a tool to drown those who dare oppose him. Insolence! Gregorio must be turning in his grave. I guess the thing he's saying I did is I got the blue medals.
I knew I could count on you. I've got something new for you, mate.
For selling only. For selling only. For selling only.
Not bad. A deal well struck.
I have 4 round gems and 1 square gem, and I need 3 square gems and 2 round gems. That sucks.
Valuables won't do you much good in the grave.
I've got fishy fish. I don't see that bottle in here. Maybe you do still get a chance to use it later. Oh, did we unlock further upgrades?
If you want a fighting chance out there, you best tune up your kit.
Increase power by 1.5. Increase power by 1.5. Increase power by 2. Penetrate through 5 targets. So someone encourages me to just pour money into one item to make it way stronger. I might want to do that for the SMG just because it's the most consistently usable one. These two both run into ammo problems. They're fun. Still, I don't know how likely I am to be able to afford that anyway. Ada Wong, attach a charm case, rip shields away from certain enemies using the grapple gun. That's pretty cool. Huh. That's an interesting ability.
Good instinct, stranger. Save up. Then, oh, I knew you'd choose that one.
I probably shouldn't have got those. Whatever's in those locked cases probably isn't good enough to justify that.
Back is killing me. Years haven't been kind.
I should probably save up for the exclusive upgrade ticket so I can buy the upgrade. Because it's going to be hard to max out a weapon otherwise to get out the other things. But the huge power boost would be pretty good.
Now go.
I did just save. So let's see about saving up.
Nice work. Got some rare things.
Because we're already
on
at 17, that's pretty high.
stranger. A deal well struck. A deal well struck.
Stranger.
Molding a weapon to suit your bedazzled.
I do like that gun a lot.
Our craftsmanship demands no less.
Kind of wish I had not upgraded the... I mean, this is a good... well, yeah, this is a good gun for ammo capacity. It doesn't have that many shots.
If you want a fight,
And I haven't spent that much else.
You best tune up your kit. Anything else I thank?
Stranger. Alright, let's see about finding this
My wares again.
fish. So if I can find this fish, or whatever it is... then I should have a lot more money. Sorry, it'll give me 8 more of that currency, which should give me enough to buy an exclusive upgrade. I'm trying to spot it. I didn't know to look for it originally, so maybe I missed it? But it's hard to say because everything's moving and shadowy to begin with. Maybe it only appears later. Like further in the level. But I figure you just spot it and shoot it. That, or since you won't go in the water, maybe you drain the water and have to get to run around in the water. One of the reasons I think that is that the that one treasure seems like it might be underwater. But if she won't go in the water, then that's not useful. Maybe the water gets drained at some point. At which point maybe the thing underwater, either it can survive out of water and you fight it, or you just find like a big dead fish. Or a live one flopping around, I guess. But maybe that's when you get a chance to see this thing. Startling. Damn! One shot, one kill right through the shield.
Lights out.
Oop. No, don't fall in the water. I need your loot. Speaking of which... Everything looks loaded right now. I saw those two gauges and thought they were people pointing flaming crossbows at me. Like that one weird door in Resident Evil 4 original. And by the key. Immediately testing my confidence in that choice. Damn. I'm so smart and always know what's gonna happen in every video game. Oh god. Here it goes, the biosensor scope. It's useful for hunting for this fish, wherever it is. But it's also clearly setting up for the awful enemy that I don't want to deal with. Ah! Fuck. Can I just not fight it? God damn. Oop, there's something. I could not hit it for shit. I'm a little uneven right now, and that I'm just not sure if I should have, should I have continued down that hallway where I got the scope in the first place? Thought I was backtracking for optional stuff, but maybe not!
Myself a big one. How long had it been living down here?
No. This sucks. This sucks. This level's wild. I have no idea what it's shaped like. God, fighting these things in the water sucks. How did I do it as Leon? I'm not sure how I did it as Leon. but I think it was easier. I think the underwater area, you had like a vantage point high up, and I was able to shoot most of them from a distance or something. But also, like, I'd also probably been playing 2 or 3 times as long by the time that they showed up.
Welcome. Came into some other bits and bobs too, mate. I knew you were a go-getter. I knew I could count on you. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. What's that? How have we... So, which weapon will you be given a shine to? Give us a shout when you want to tune it up.
They're still expensive. Oh, they're really
You have a
expensive.
ticket, do ya? Nice. Choose a weapon, stranger, and I'll make it sing.
More of a long-term goal. I mean, I do still need to finish upgrading the actual damage amount anyway. Although I guess this is more efficient to buy than that in some way first, because it's a bigger multiplier. That's a really expensive one. I don't know, maybe I'll regret getting it so soon. I don't know. It's hard to get a sense of how long the playthrough is and how far I am and so on. On some level, I have also considered like what if
weapon can make up for a lack of skill, friend.
Yeah, the question of whether or not I should be looking into them selling better weapons.
Easy choice, mate.
Like they're selling the Stingray now. Semi-automatic rifle, 3 times power against weak points, penetration power, compatible with various scopes. That's compared to this one, right?
Molding a weapon to
Okay, so that's why it's so good at headshots, because it has 3 times damage against weak points. This has a power of 4.6. 3.3?
Why not try your hand at a new gun, stranger? Might save your life.
I wish it was a little easier to compare things, but this thing tends to increase by almost 1 power per upgrade, so this one should be better.
You'll get some bang for it. Don't get yourself, kid.
It is definitely potentially the downside of getting the ticket this early, is that I might be wanting to wait for when potentially better versions of every gun are added. Let's see. Ah, damn it. I keep thinking right click will let me open the drop down menu.
Welcome, stranger. What can I interest you in? Your valuables won't do you much good in the grave. Thank you. Where you gonna put this? Your pocket? All yours, stranger. Where would it? I'll keep a look. Look out for items that suit.
Yeah, so this is the scoped weapon. It is their replacement for that one.
Welcome. You have a ticket, do ya?
And it should be able to outpace the other one in damage. At the very least, it's not a bolt action that I have to manually unscope and reload after every individual shot, which should be nice.
This kind of work is about finesse, stranger.
Hopefully I don't regret this.
Goes a long way. You'll see.
So I'll be hitting... It does look like it's weaker overall. I wish it was easier to compare where weapons are going to go.
Easy choice, mate.
I don't know if I need an even stronger scope. That seems kind of comical. Increases fire rate by ×2.
Your weapons are in good hands, mate. I'll see you right. Pick up.
Did the other one have increased fire rate by ×2 and I was misreading it when I thought it was power ×2?
Welcome. Well then, what can I do you for?
No, this is power.
You have a ticket, do ya?
Okay, so this is stronger than the Stingray
Stranger.
per bullet on a ammo type that doesn't necessarily have, on a gun that doesn't have that much ammo to begin with. And its exclusive is to double its power, so it'll be even stronger. So I probably want to stick at this one then. Like that's you hitting a weak spot for ×6 damage eventually. That's like that's a huge amount of it of damage per shot, which is what I'm going for in the first place. I don't know, supposedly every weapon's technically viable or whatever, but they're definitely framed like upgrades when they come out. So it makes me always worried.
Good things on sale, stranger.
But ultimately, even if I'm somewhat suboptimal, I can just flex. All I have to do is play better, and it won't matter if I'm slightly suboptimal. I think I'll be sticking with it for now.